What's your feeling? What's your sense? Preseason poll, let's talk about that. Pretty much meaningless, but people still like to talk about it.
Well, and that's the thing about preseason polls. We don't have any games to talk about for another 4 weeks, so this gives us something to discuss. And, you know, if I've learned from Twitter already today when I posted my picks that people really do take this seriously and they get pretty passionate. I've already heard from a lot of Miami fans who really took exception to the fact that I picked their team fourth. But, I think the biggest question and the most fun aspect of this preseason poll this year is going to be in the Coastal, because if you look at the Atlantic, it's pretty much of a no-brainer. Florida State's the defending national champion. They've got the Heisman Trophy winner back. They're first. Clemson is probably the next best, and then Louisville comes in, and they're probably the third best, and then flip a coin the rest of the division. I kind of feel sorry for Bobby Petrino and his team, because if they would have put them in the Coastal, I think the Cardinals would have been the runaway choice to win that division, and now they're really kind of third fiddle in the Atlantic. But in the Coastal, last year you had a situation where had Carolina beaten Duke, there would have been a five-way tie for the championship. And I think it's going to be that close again. It's kind of like up in the air, and it's one of those things where whichever team wins the close games or stays healthy the most is going to win it. And but what I feel is really interesting is that there is going to be a faction of people who look at Duke and say, look at all the playmakers that they have back. And look at the program that they've built. They're going to be up at the top again. And then you have another faction, another way of thinking is that it's Duke. Last year was a fluke. And so I think Duke is going to probably finish somewhere around third with a lot of first place votes, just as many last place votes, which kind of is unprecedented. My ballot, I feel like Duke is going to do it again. I just feel like, with Anthony Boone and Jamison Crowder and, two top running backs, Snead is one, and with the defensive guys that they've got, Kelby Brown and Jeremy Cash coming back, I think that's a nucleus of a really good team. And what Duke also has going for it is that they don't play either Florida State, Clemson, or Louisville. Their crossover opponents are Wake Forest and Syracuse. So I think that the schedule sets up for them, and I think Duke is really going to be strong again. I think Virginia Tech is another team that the schedule works for. They're going to have another great defense. Bud Foster always does. And I think that losing Logan Thomas is going to be addition by subtraction. I think they're going to be a better offensive team, and I think I've got them picked second. I think Carolina is going to. I'm going to pick them third. But if they get some offensive line play, if they can get guys together and have an offensive line to protect either quarterback, probably Marquise Williams, and allow them time to utilize playmakers like Quinshad Davis and T.J. Logan, I think Carolina's got a chance to be really good. And then you've got Georgia Tech, you've got Pittsburgh, you've got Miami, which is always one of those teams where everybody says they've got the best talent in the league or in the division, but they never seem to be able to put it together. So I've got Miami fourth, and it should be a lot of fun.